Did you know that during the 1979 Iran hostage crisis, they released 13 Black American and female hostages about 2 weeks after the U.S. embassy was seized? They basically released them because they realized and recognized that Black Americans and women in general were also victims of American imperialism. And so they released them because they were like, hey, they're less likely to be spies, so we'll let them go. They held onto the remaining 52 hostages until about January of 1981. Um, and then those same 13 Black American and women hostages were later excluded from the financial compensation provided to the other 52 hostages by the American government.
I have been seeing some black people in America putting it out there that we, the black delegation, have nothing to do with what our American government and American military is doing to support Israel as they attack Iran. I fully agree. We, the black delegation, have absolutely nothing to do with what these white people got going on in DC and otherwise. We do not agree with it. We don't stand with it. My literal first name, my government name, is the capital of Iran. I'm not joking at all. We don't agree with some of the militaristic styles of governing that the white leadership, Republicans and Democrats, have taken on in this country. We have never agreed.
Listen, it was reported that Iran, I guess that's how you pronounce it. Iran does not want to hurt black people. All right? They said that black people get mistreated way too much, so they don't want to hurt black people. It was also reported that Iran had hostages, and they released 13 of them, and every last one of those 13 were who? Black people. Absolutely. Now, I'm just reporting, but that just goes to show how much respect that other countries, I'm not saying all, but other countries have for the black community, including Iran. Listen, we don't want no beef with Iran. We ain't trying to go to war with Iran. We on y'all side. All right? We are on y'all side. We appreciate y'all for supporting us. All right? So share y'all thoughts. What y'all think about this? To my black community, how y'all feel? Hey, we got power, and we got more power than what y'all think. But share your thoughts below.
Put in one of my comment sections addressing FBA, saying that sometime soon America is going to be thermonuclear bombed, and us FBAs, or as he put it, you FBAs, or whatever you guys call yourselves, that's how he addressed it, are not going to have anywhere to go. Nobody's going to take you in as refugees, and you guys are going to be on your own, and you guys are going to be looking for somewhere to go, and nobody's going to take you in, and just so giddy with excitement, right? And it just amazes me the amount of hate that people can have for a group that has done absolutely nothing to them, a group that has not affected their life at all, a group that doesn't essentially really has nothing to do with them, doesn't affect them. The only thing that we do is try to focus on ourselves, and that pisses them off to the point where they want to see harm, physical, unaliving harm happen to us. How many videos have we seen of this? I might have played this other clip for y'all of this other African chick that's sitting in her car talking ish about Iran coming to get the Iran people gonna go get you.
Because the Iran people is coming for you. They're coming for you. I know how the Iran people do things over there. They will come for you. And you cannot come to Africa. You cannot run here. We have too many people here, or too many things going on here. We cannot have you here too. We in education is bigger. It's bigger in this country.
So, typical babbling buffoonery that we have been seeing for these last couple of years coming from these folks, right? And you want to see harm come to a group of people that has done nothing to you, ain't did nothing to you, don't affect your life at all, but you so pissed off that we say, oh, we not African, we not from Africa, You know, we tell it like it is. We show pride in ourselves. We want to focus on ourselves. We delineate. We not putting nobody else above us or before us. And that pisses people off to the point where they just want to see harm. You see how giddy with excitement she was about Iran doing something to America and it affecting FBAs and saying, oh, well, you guys won't be able to come to Africa. You guys can't see. Don't come over here looking for us, honey. We wasn't going to come over there. Trust me, if something happened, some bomb or whatever come over here, I will gladly be buried right underneath this soil, but I ain't going over there. Okay? And I mean that. I mean that. So whatever you think is going to happen, you think somebody going to come running over there? No, that's fine. They can bury me in the soil and I'll just be reincarnated into another body because that's how it works. I'm not worried about it. But so it just baffles and amazes me how people just hate a group so much that ain't got no smoke for the people that's actually doing harm to them. Won't talk about none of this shit that's going on in their nations, but they want to see harm come to us. That's the level of envy and jealousy. Jealousy and envy are deadly emotions. If you wasn't already aware of that, I'm just saying, be aware.
They're gonna draft you.
Don't be saying too much about Iran. They said that we're cool. They said that we are cool. They said African Americans have been through a lot. So don't say too much. Don't go over there and don't be doing too much. And you know, if you look like us and you wearing that camo, you better not be doing too much. Because they said that we cool. They said that we cool. So I just want to let y'all remember that. Like, they said that we cool. They know that we kidnapped. They know that we're hostage. We have no nationalism in this.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel once again. Now, guys, I want you guys to just watch and listen this message from Iran to the Black American, whereby Iran assured Black American for safety, and also we have reaction from the Americans towards Iran war. So I want you guys to just continue watching and listening this video, and in the end, then I come back with more comment. I'm your host, Team Tesi Commentary, and kindly, if you haven't subscribed, remember to subscribe, like, and also comment. So let's dive into it.
Listen, man, Iran ain't just making threats, bro. They warn you of what's coming. Like I seen, Iran said that, people in America are not even going to be safe in their home. Like, for them to say something like that, what in the world are they up to even get to people like that? Like, people not safe in their home. Like, how so? See, that makes me think, boots is going to be on the ground over here. And it ain't just, a missile war. And no, this is not a fear-mongering thing. If people been paying attention and watching and realizing what time that we're in, we got blood moons that's happening. People just think that doesn't mean anything. It means something. And if you've been watching and paying attention, you'll realize where we're heading. Not on top of that, with all these wars and threats going on, man, we got AI, on the other hand, taking over. And y'all really want to live with all that?
Let's see some headlines today.
They're gonna draft you. Yes, they're gonna fucking draft you. Get used to it. All you people doing TikTok dances and YouTube shorts, guess what? You're gonna get drafted or go to jail. See, I've been trying to warn you for a long time. Like, go take my username and go look back. How many times I've been making jokes about being drafted? I even have a whole playlist on YouTube on how to avoid the goddamn draft. I've been putting out for the past 3 damn years. I've been telling you about Iran. I've been telling you about the other country with that starts with the I, that has the blue star as their flag. I've been telling you about this. No. A lot of people get offended. Well, you're now gloating. No. It's not about gloating. It's about when someone's right consistently, maybe, just maybe, I just call me crazy. Maybe it's time to shut up and listen. All right, let me tell you how this next thing is going to unfold. You're going to get drafted. But here's the whole thing. It's going to come down to people saying, well, this disqualifies me. Oh, I got this conviction, or I smoked this, I smoked that. No. That is not how this works. If you go back to NBC News on April of 2008, almost 20 years ago, they were letting felons into the military. There were people with manslaughter convictions. who were allowed into the military because it got that bad with Operation Enduring Freedom and Operation Iraqi Freedom. I was there. I know. I was in the damn army. I know who the fuck I served with. There's a reason why so many of those damn guys were murdering psychopaths. They were convicted murdering psychopaths. They're gonna draft you. I don't know what else to tell you, man. Like, bruh, there's a reason why I moved out in the middle of nowhere. I made myself an enemy to the freaking cops here and an enemy to the freaking local military. They know to not even show up here. They know. They already know. There's no point in you sending MPs here because all that's gonna happen is either I'm gonna go or they're gonna go. Pick one. They know that. But I've been trying to prepare you for all these years. I've been saying, don't trust the government. Don't get too cozy with the freaking cops. The same cops who you're cozy with are going to be the same bastards who's going to come to your house and ship your ass off if you refuse to go to war. It's going to be local cops and damn MPs. I told you. I've been trying to freaking prepare you. Get a farm. Even if you got a co-sign with family members, with fucking family or freaking spouses, do it. I've been trying to tell you. So maybe at this point, people can just start listening and just stop arguing. Just saying, man.
Saying Iran is planning on attacking California with drones. FBI warns police. This is breaking news. Inform everyone. Okay, I want to break this down for you. It says, we recently acquired information that as of early February 2026, it's March 11th, Iran allegedly aspired to conduct a surprise attack using unmanned aerial vehicles from an unidentified vessel off the coast of the United States homeland, specifically against unspecified targets in California, in the event that the U.S. conducted strikes against Iran, according to the alert distributed at the end of February. We have no additional information on the timing, method, target, or perpetrators of this alleged attack. Again, remember what I said. Just because something is breaking news doesn't mean that it's recent news. Right here it says that they received this report in early February. It is now March. Iran does have a drone-carrying ship. It was destroyed by the United States. These headlines are put out the way that they are to grab your attention, for you to watch, for you to view, and ultimately make them money. So again, just because something is labeled as breaking news and they're putting it out now, doesn't mean that it's anything new.
Iran is warning us because Trump attacked them last night. And he ended up unaliving their leader. So now they coming for us and they saying that everybody in the U.S. need to stay inside because they about to come for us. Like, damn, can I wake up? I just woke up. This is what I'm waking up to. We about to go to war. Can I graduate first? And hella people in Iran passed away because of the attack. And they coming for Israel too because the U.S. and Israel went and did it. And now I see Trump supporters complaining about him, but this is who y'all voted for. When we warned y'all, even Kamala warned y'all that if Trump become president, we're going to go into World War III. Literally, that's what's happening right now. Y'all sat up here, Trump 2026, this, that, and the third. But what has he really done for us? He ain't did nothing but fuck shit up. It's been nothing but chaos ever since he became our president. Y'all, we is in tour with Iran right now. We about to go to war. Y'all not taking this serious enough. Like, I'm scared. I'm scared. And they saying it's supposed to go on for days. Like, it's supposed to be bombing back to back for days. Lord, pray over all of us in the U.S. Please, like, please take this nigga out the office. Why is he still even in office?
So Iran's...
No, I really think we are witnessing the decline of the American empire in real time. I've been thinking that anyway, just because of how poorly things are going domestically. But seeing what's happening with Iran is really driving the point home for me that, yeah, I think the whole world order is shifting. And let's just say the year of the fire horse is off to a fiery start, baby. You know, as an anti-imperialist and geopolitics enjoyer, it has been very honestly satisfying to see how Americans are reacting to this on social media in real time. Like, Americans are realizing that having a giant fucking bloated ass military budget does not mean that your military is actually good at accomplishing shit and that your military is effective. And it's kind of wild that Americans need this reminder because, like, let's be real, we've been getting our fucking shit rocked militarily in all of these stupid wars of aggression that we've started since World War II. World War II is the last war that the US military won. And, like, let's be real, the Soviets did all of the fucking heavy lifting on that. And then we just kind of came in at the end and took credit. And then we won in Japan by dropping 2 nukes. Like, that's not you know, we didn't win via military engagement. Like 3 F-15 fighter jets got taken down in the same day, and y'all want me to believe that that was friendly fire from Kuwait? Girl, please be so serious right now. Like, Iran took down 3 of our fucking fighter jets. And as a China appreciator, watching Americans realize that, like, we really could not do shit against the Chinese military is, like, unbelievably satisfying. People are like, oh my God, like, if Iran is rocking our shit this hard, like, what the fuck would we do against China? And the answer is not shit, dude. Not a goddamn thing. And I hope to God that even Trump is not stupid enough to think otherwise. But, like, here's the thing about China. Nobody needs to fear their military unless you fuck with them. They don't do wars of aggression, okay? That's not in their plan. They're trade maxing. They're economy maxing. They have a very strict plan. They're running a strict fucking program over there in terms of their economic plans. And going to fucking war is going to fuck up their plans. And, like, maybe all these other fucking stupid countries, the US, should take notes that when you don't fucking invest in war and instead you invest in your fucking people, you become a fucking economic powerhouse. And by the way, they're a military powerhouse too. But again, that military, that is there to defend themselves. And, you know, they don't say this, but, like, it's to defend themselves against the United States, and they can obviously do so very effectively. Some of the discourse I've seen floating around is like, whoa, what about Taiwan? Like, how would we defend Taiwan against a Chinese war of aggression? Like, girl, we wouldn't. We fucking wouldn't. We fuck with China, we're gonna get our fucking shit pushed in. The end. Period. But again, not something that we need to worry about because China is not launching any fucking wars of aggression, especially not on their own territory, which is what Taiwan is. They're not going to fucking do that. Like, they're not going to intervene militarily in other countries' conflicts, and they're definitely not going to, again, launch any type of aggressive military actions. But, like, you better fucking believe if you poke that fucking dragon, they will fuck your shit up. And I think most of the world knows this, and I hope fucking Trump knows this, and the Chinese definitely know it, you know, and they're not the ones to go around, you know, waving a big stick, as Theodore Roosevelt would say. They don't fucking need to. I think what they've done economically speaks for itself, and it's interesting because, you know, people will say that the U.S. has the biggest military in the world, but that's actually debatable. The U.S. has the biggest military budget in the world. The U.S. has 1.3 million active duty troops, and China has 2 million. The U.S. has the superior air force, air power. China has the bigger navy. And again, the U.S. has the bigger budget, but we probably have a bigger construction budget too, and we see how that's working out. I actually don't know shit about construction budgets. I'm just talking shit. I'm just saying, like, just because the Chinese spend less money doesn't mean that their military is less effective. But again, yeah, this very stupid war launched by the empire, the U.S.-Israeli empire, is just proof that it is collapsing because, as we know historically, empires lash out as they die and collapse. And unfortunately, it is going to mean a lot of suffering for the world and eventually back home here in the U.S. It's going to lead to a lot of suffering. But at this moment, it is sparking joy for me to see the U.S. military showing its whole ass.
We have Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps affiliated media organization Fars News and Tasnim News claimed that they fired warning shots using Qadr anti-ship cruise missiles and attack UAVs at 2 U.S. Navy Arleigh Burke class guided missile destroyers, the USS Mason DDG-87 and USS Truxtun DDG-103. Then these IRGC affiliated media organizations said that the incident allegedly occurred while the ships were operating in the Gulf of Oman, saying that the U.S. vessels ignored radio warnings and prompted the shots to force them to withdraw towards the Indian Ocean. Now, directly in response to that, U.S. Central Command posted a fact check on their official X account saying, quote, claim, Iran claims it fired warning shots at U.S. warships in the Gulf of Oman, forcing vessels to retreat towards the Indian Ocean. False. Truth. Iranian forces did not attack or fire at U.S. Navy warships. Doing so would be a gross violation of the ceasefire. U.S. forces continue to operate freely in regional waters while fully enforcing the ongoing blockade against Iran. Speaking of the naval blockade, there was a recent exclusive interview conducted by CNN where they interviewed a guy by the name of Mohsen Rezai, who's a longtime hardliner and former commander-in-chief of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps from 1981 to 1997. In March of 2026, Iran's new supreme leader, Ayatollah Mojtaba Khomeini, who's the son of the late supreme leader, appointed Mohsen as a top military advisor. Apparently, this guy is known for having a reputation of having aggressive rhetoric and was sanctioned by the United States years ago. Here's what he said specifically about the blockade.
Wouldn't a war be catastrophic for Iran as well, though, if it was a big bombing campaign?
If the war continues and the naval blockade is not lifted, we will drag the war to the Indian Ocean, the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, the Red Sea, and the Mediterranean, and we will give another dimension to the war by attacking these other American bases that we have been attacking so far. America will definitely suffer much more losses. America's losses will be very heavy.
I mean, give me a fucking break, brother. What the fuck are we talking about here? They really think we're all just dipshits, huh? I'm not allowed to connect the dots for you because TikTok gets mad at me when I do that, so let me just lay out some facts here. First and foremost, Tehran, which is the capital of Iran, to Los Angeles, over 7,000 miles away. Do you think their drones or missiles could reach that far? I don't think so. It's not possible. And even if they could, you mean to tell me that our military wouldn't detect them as soon as they were over the ocean? Come on, man. Also, it's very clear to me that media is trying really hard to manufacture consent for whatever they're cooking up at the moment. 2 days ago, it starts coming out that 2 men stole drones from Fort Campbell, which is an army base on the border of Kentucky and Tennessee. The timing of this is very weird. This came out 2 days ago, but I read the report. Those drones were stolen on like November 21st. Are you shitting me? So they waited like 3-4 months to put that out? That makes sense. Also, just the logistics, just the concept that 2 random civilians could walk into a heavily secured army base, waltz into the drone inventory, take a couple and just walk out and nothing would happen to them, but they just so happen to have full pictures of their body and most of their face? Okay, dude. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Totally nothing fishy going on. That's awesome.
The old leader of our
Major breaking news right now. According to NBC News, Iran sent a communique to the Trump administration warning them that if Trump attacked, Iran would activate a network of sleeper cells in the United States for attacks in the United States of America. This is breaking right now. The message got to Trump through an intermediary at the Group of 7 summit in Canada last week, which Trump left early. The communique to Trump was sent to the days before last night's strikes, threatening to activate sleeper cell terror inside the United States if it were attacked. Meanwhile, now the State Department has issued a worldwide alert, issuing worldwide caution as a result of the strikes in Iran, saying that the Department of State advises U.S. citizens worldwide to exercise increased caution. You can read the full travel advisory on their network. Oil prices, meanwhile, continue to jump as a result of the strikes and the potential for the closure of the Strait of Hormuz. This is getting more serious with each passing hour. And the craziest part of it all is we don't even know if Iran's nuclear program was actually destroyed. Spread the word and follow along for more. I'll have more updates soon.
Iran was unalived. The new leader has been chosen. And shit finna get real. Well, not for us, for the white folks. And I explain why I said that in this video. First thing first, the new leader. Y'all remember this baby, the 14-month-old that got unalived during the war on February 28th? Well, that is the new leader's niece. The new leader is the son of the old leader, and he hates the U.S. worse than his dad did. Not only did he lose his dad February 28th, but he also lost his wife, his son, his brother, and his niece. He said he not backing down, and they also got U.S. hostages. However, why I said it's about to get real for the white folks, because he said these black folks already had it hard enough in the U.S. I am letting them go at no cost. And before y'all get in my comments, this is not me making this shit up. He said that. Listen to this.
Some black hostages and some female hostages will be released from the American embassy compound. Is that true?
ما آزادی زنها را و آزادی سیاه‌ها را the freedom of the woman and blacks will be given. Women are given great dignity in Islam, and the blacks have been oppressed in the United States. Great injustice was done unto them. They were under pressure in the United States. Thus they came here. We are doing this owing to the tenets of Islam. In return, we ask nothing for their freedom.
I ain't never been more prouder to have this flag around my neck. See what minding your black-owned business can do? Oh, okay.
Has just warned Britain and the US this will be very painful and regrettable, and they're not bluffing. Iran's top commanders have gone on record. If the West intervenes to protect Israel, there will be consequences. Not diplomatic, not economic, military, direct, brutal. Here's what's triggered all this. Israel launched massive airstrikes on Iran's nuclear sites. They didn't just hit buildings, they took out scientists and high-ranking military officials. Iran responded with a wave of missiles and drones. But now, Tehran says the next targets could be British and American bases in the region. That includes troops on the ground. The UK government denies having any role in the Israeli strikes. But Iran's not buying it. They're grouping us in with the US and Israel, calling us enablers, fuel on the fire. And here's the controversial bit. Are they wrong? Has the West quietly supported these strikes behind closed doors? Or is Iran just looking for a bigger enemy to distract them from their failures at home? Let's not kid ourselves. This isn't just chest beating from Tehran. Iran's not some backroom bully. They've got reach. They've got weapons. They've got regional proxies ready to stir the pot from Iraq to Lebanon. And Israel's not exactly pulling punches either. One top Israeli official said, if Iran retaliates again, Tehran will burn. That's not diplomacy. That's a fuse already lit. So now the West is sitting on the edge of a knife. If we step in to back Israel, we risk war, real war, with soldiers, airstrikes, fuel shortages, and body bags. Not headlines, history. So I'll ask you, should the West stay out of it, or do we have a duty to stand by our allies, no matter the fallout? Hit follow because I'll be covering what the mainstream media won't. Drop a comment, do you think Iran's bluffing, or is this the start of something much, much bigger?
Hello guys, welcome back. I hope you have just watched that full video how really Iran sent a message to the black American, and this tension between Iran and US is now really boiling up, and Americans, they are now coming out and they really want to know how Barack Obama, he came out and really solved this war, because Donald Trump, there where he is now panicking. He has not even solved this war that is really affecting the globally. So American, they are really wondering. But one thing that is really exciting towards the black America is their safety from the Iran. And Iran, they say that you are safe. That is the only statement really made Americans, black American, to be happy, to be welcomed by the Iran message, because this war is not really mean for the America. This war is mean for the Donald Trump and Iran. And Donald Trump, he don't want to listen each and everybody. This man is really a man that cannot really be advised. And also, people after this war, we have just seen how also the Iran is really coming out and say that they just want to discuss the have a deal with God, referring the Barack Obama to be the God. And in today's video also you have just people really coming out about the history, because wherever you as a person, you never really missed a listen as such realizing that it's a war, a global war. You see how the consequences of this war is really hurting the Americans, because in world stage, Iran and United States, they have been fighting for so long. And during 2015, Barack Obama, he came out and really had a deal with Iran, which is really lasted for long. But when Donald Trump really, he came in power, he scrapped all the deals, saying that this deal is just fake. It's just fake. So he wanted to make a deal with Iran, which is very impossible. It's not really working. And now, people that is now suffering it's the citizens. It's not the it's not the those Donald Trump is suffering. The people really suffering is this. So wherever these wise people, wherever they really come out and had something that the world war, they started panicking, they started trembling, and that's why now people are now calling out the Barack Obama to step in to save America, because America is where America is really heading. It's really heading in wrong direction. It's really heading to the collapsing, and that's why they want the permanent solution from the permanent solution from the God himself, that is the Barack Obama. And also one thing also really coming out from this video, whereby also we had the 1979, whereby Iran released the black hostages and left alone the white hostages. So this coded message also mean a lot from this from the war that is really happening, because now about that releasing of the black hostages, now it's meaning that the black Americans, they are really safe from this war. They are really mean safe from this war. They will not be attacked by the Iran. But so this means that these two nations, they are really friendly among others. But Donald Trump is not really listening, because we have seen a lot of the ceasefire really coming out. Some of them really backfire. Some of they cannot really succeed, and that's now it's now the global issue, because wherever you just touch the Iran, you touch the Strait of Hamas, and when the Iran really close this Strait of Hamas, all the world is now suffering, because no oil is now coming out of the Iran. The only things that they really had now hitting the global now is the cost of fuel. The cost of is now high. So that is how the reaction of the America now saying Donald Trump is really a threat. He cannot really, a man who cannot really trust, a man who cannot really solve such kind of the issue, that his predecessor really solved that issue. So that is how this coded message has been coded the Americans. But one thing that is really I love this message is that the black American, you are a safe black this war, and also the relationship between the Iran and black American and blacks, it has really lasted for so many years, So wherever they just listen this message is just they really feel that they are just okay with that message from the Iran. So guys, I want to hear from you guys about this coded message from the black Americans from the Iran towards American. I'm your host, Team Tessie commented, and kindly, if you haven't subscribed, please remember to subscribe, like, and also comment. Bye for now. See you in the next comment. See you in the next video. So let's interact more in comment section. I'm your host, Team Tessie.